who you are without your bhoot. Bhoot means past. In fact, if you want to assess who you are, mostly you will not be able to even define yourself without your bhoot. Correct? But does that mean you have to include your bhoot in your definition? Don't you not exist without your bhoot? This is the question. Essentially, you are, and then bhoot is one aspect of yours, or you are your bhoot. Essentially, you, your presence, your being, your energies, your consciousness is what is. And everything else is superimposed on it. Even this bhoot is superimposed on this feeling of self. This self, if it is not there, you don't have anything, that past, that bhoot, those experiences to paste on, to rest on. You don't have. So your being is essential. And you say, I want to know my true self, right? All your journey is what? We want to know our true self, right? Because the ultimate goal of this spiritual journey is to know your true self. Correct? You spent all your life, at least so far, in understanding others. You failed miserably, right? Did you not? You failed miserably, and now you know, even if you try 10, 20, 30, whatever years are left in your life, you know you will not succeed. People will still complain, you don't understand me, you have never known me. So the best part would be, and a logical step would be, to try an understanding self, because we miserably failed in understanding others. No, take it that way. Otherwise, it will become really, it is not baseless. It is not illogical when I say so. I am giving you reasons, and you can validate it, or you can reject it also based on your experiences. If I'm saying that all your life you were trying to understand others and trying to do things as per their likes, dislikes, or whatnot, and you thought by aligning your speech, action, these are the only two things which are perceived. Your thinking can never be perceived by other person. So what do you think about others? Nobody knows. So they only see the speech and your physical activity. So you try to align your speech and physical activity, right? In what way? Trying to understand others, their requirement, and then thinking that when this state of perfection will be achieved, life will become satisfying, and you will, by that time, you would have accomplished the purpose of your life. But there were moments when you felt you could do that, but they did not last for more than moments only. They were moments only. So this is simple now. This is very much logical now, that you should now start understanding yourself and do things which are necessary for the fulfillment of your own agenda. This agenda is not outside. Let me clarify. Your agenda is not about grabbing a better position or increasing business or etc. etc. Because you exist despite it. You try to understand. You try to understand yourself without any addendums. The self can be understood only when you present yourself to be understood. But if you connect your being with 1,000 more things, then you will not be able to understand yourself. For example, you say, मेरी life में ऐसा क्यों होता है? Why this happens to me? Happens means outside. Suffering means inside. Question should be framed in such way. Why there is suffering in life? Why I feel suffering? This is a question. It should not be like, the source should not be seen outside. Try to find out the reason inside. That is what I mean when I say do not connect 1,000 things to your being and yourself. Right? So try to understand yourself, and for that you'll have to present yourself on a platter, without any strings attached anywhere else. So now think who you are without these strings attached. Don't associate, don't give any recognition to yourself in a reverse way. What do you say? A reverse way. You identify yourself from the point of reference is outside. पप्पू की मम्मी, कल्लू की बीवी. No. You exist, that is why Pappu, Kallu, etc., exist. So you don't have to take their reference to define yourself. Right? You need to define and at least try to understand in this way. Who am I if I don't have anything else? Who am I if I do not have anybody to relate it to me? Who am I without my possessions? Who am I? Then further it will go down. Who am I without my good? Right? Today I give you these little exercises. Do it. First define yourself. Try to feel yourself. Don't think. Just feel. Feeling means you are connected to these many people is your mental projection. Body does not know that it is connected with so many people. Your mind knows that it is connected. You are connected with so many people. Body does not recognize the other person. I can guarantee you, close your eyes and I give one hand, one palm in your palms. Lifelong you would have felt that person, but you cannot distinguish that it is the palm of the same person whom you say you are connected with. So body does not recognize. Body does not recognize. This way at least. Right? So mostly you are identifying this world as mind, what's it? Nama Rupa. So these two senses become so very important. Nama Rupa. You recognize a form and you recognize the voice through which you can. A good mimicry artist can fool you if you are blindfolded. Can fool you. If you are blindfolded, a good mimicry artist, a good person who is good in copying the voice, he can fool you. You will never know that the person wasn't the same. Right or not? That means you understand only Nama Rupa. Right? You spend your lifetime with people in so much vicinity, in close proximity, but do you know what is the peculiar smell of the person you're living with? You don't know. You can't recognize other person on basis of the smell of the body. So even these senses don't work. They don't recognize. They don't allow you to connect with the world. Only two senses, the name and the form, which are connected with viewing, the vision and the hearing. These are creating your outer world of connections and interconnections and me and mine. So what do we need to do? We need to denounce the sound first. Make them mute. Okay? Imagine them to be mute. Now, how do you recognize them? Through their physical shape only. Now what? Denounce the physical shape. Don't recognize them. Treat them as if they are strangers. Now try to connect. Now disconnect. You see, this much is needed. If you want to work on your mind, you'll have to take advantage of the mind. And what mind can do? Mind can do everything. What it has done, it has the power to undo also. So the repeated efforts, by repeated presence of somebody, some faces are flashing in front of you again and again. And therefore, you are recognizing and connecting and giving an identity and also tagging them my. Now do away with the face, do away with the form, do away with the sound, and then think who they are. Now I don't recognize. So you are left alone. You are left alone. The world is not yours anymore because you have denounced the form. You say, I don't trust the form, and I don't trust the sound. Now these two things, when you denounce, because in any case you are not so much valuing all other three senses, my sense of smell, sense of touch, sense of taste. You can't taste a person and tell like, aha, this is the person, this is my person, and my child. I tasted and I know. No, you don't know. You can smell and tell, no, not possible. You can touch and tell, no, not possible. So what? The left are two, the only two things left. And how do you know that using these two senses also giving you perfect information? Maybe they are also fooling you. But you have so much heavily depended on these two senses, and the whole world depends on these two senses to create the world of me mind. Look in the mirror and look at your face as if you're watching a stranger. Then see. Something more you can feel in your side. Inside, a new identity will be born. I'm not this face, then who am I? Do this. This doesn't take much. Every day you can do. Women can do it more because they spend more time in front of mirrors. Men can also try. Whenever they are standing in front of a mirror, they should look at that image and they say, I reject this body, this reflection as me. And I am looking at a stranger. Then who am I now? Reject it. So you need to see, you have accepted it, then you must reject it. You have to go the other way around. You accepted this is me, then only with the rejection you can find your true self. No? Right or not? Reverse engineering. Reversible reactions you have to do. And they are reversible. They are reversible. They're only your identifications. For a moment to just denounce. I'm looking at a stranger. Who am I? This is not me. Then who am I? Just do it. Or once you do it and you will understand what is the beauty of this experiment. Simply standing in front of mirror and saying, this is not me. Just denounce for a moment. This is not me. I don't recognize this person. Then who am I? Probably that will be your Satori. For a moment, yes, that Satori means what? A state of being in which you have a flash of something new, totally overwhelming. Something which you have never experienced so far, or probably you have experienced it, but this means bare presence of your being without identifications. This is Satori. And this Satori is mostly felt in such situations only. When you lose this identification. For example, you go to Mount Everest, just at the foot, at the base level, base camp, you look at the Mount Everest, and you go to Mount Kailash and look at it, and you're lost. You feel your body identity is dropped, and for a moment, you're ecstatic. This is not the ecstasy of Mount Kailash or Everest. It is your own being which is actually giving you this joy. You were not feeling yourself. Such a situation only created your presence inside, right? Now look at people whom you are connecting on day-to-day basis and reject them as the form. Try to grasp what is beyond the form. See how well you will be able to connect. And you can only connect with them in such a way when you have also gotten to that level of experience within. You can't do this while operating from the mind stuff. Understand? So feel the person. Don't look at the person. Right? Feel the person. Feel his energies. Feel his being rather than the body and form or. Understand? Okay, now, so if you own this so-called body, disown it. Who can disown? You can disown. Nobody else. You want, you can. And I can tell you, for the first time, probably you will feel so much free. Just think you are not this body. You denounce this body as you. Then something you will try to grow for the first time. Who am I if I'm not this body? This body has been with me, but this was never the same. Right? Each year, with each passing year, or rather with each passing moment, this body has been changing. It's only on my inability to recognize that change. That change was so little. Such slow changes were happening that I could not identify. Right? Just think. Had you been 10 years old and this body of 60 years would have been projected in the mirror, would you say, this is me?
No.
Then how can this body becomes me today? Tell me. Look at it. Things which you can do, things which you can contemplate on, things which you can directly relate with. Anything which you have done so far will yield the result which is available, which has been available so far. So try something new. I'm giving you something new. And I have given you proper understanding also that had this body been projected on the mirror at the time when you were 10, 12 years, 14 years, you would denounce this as you. Now when after so much time the same body is presented and you say, this is me. So at one point in time you are denouncing your bhoot and taking it as only a factual, not a, something factual which is not valid now. For example, when you say, that little girl is me in this photograph, right? You still associate yourself with that. But when you say, will you be able to take yourself as that now? No, also no. This is bhoot. I can't carry it now, right? I'm not little anymore. I'm not a kiddo anymore, right? So what? I'm this. The one which you would have denounced at that age, now you're taking it as mine. So your definition of mine is also very skewed, I feel. You need to look at it, review it. Review it. Now, there are softwares which can project how you would be looking when you get old. Replace your photographs. Replace your photographs. Try to identify yourself. 90 plus years photograph, created using AI, make it as you. Are you able to relate with that? Is it giving you any kind of association? Are you able to create that moha mamata with that? No, not possible. It's not happening. The same moha mamata is not with that young child. You are not associating yourself with that as much. And with the same photograph of yours, which you would become, you're not associating with that as much as you're, emphasizing that this is me. So be 100% me in this moment only, na? Reject past, renounce future, be me. Accept this body also, even that is fine. But then do not become only limited to the body. Then denounce everything. What I'm indicating. Because everything is related to the body which you thought was you, and that was a different body, not this body. Correct or not? So denounce everything. That means you have gotten rid of your bhoot. Right? Now this requires a little bit of effort. This can be pointed to by your teacher, this can be pointed to by the scriptures, this can be pointed to by your Kabir also, but you will have to do something about it, right? Otherwise Dharam Das would not ask question after question. Dharam Das is asking question, and probably for the benefit of us. What and how and who, and so many questions are coming, and we must look at them in their totality. Now, suppose you were photographed and you never saw yourself in the mirror. Somebody comes and projects those photographs as yours. All the lifetime you'll continue to believe that this is me. And you'll have a special kind of affection with some photographs of your childhood. You did not see yourself in the mirror. Somebody was taking photographs. He puts a series in front of you that this is you, this is you, this is I was doing this. He convinces you, then you will be actually treating those things as your own self, right or not? It's only in the mind when you get convinced that this is me, this is you. Otherwise, you're not. Even right now, your whole system and belief system is actually, has been hacked by the previous tendencies to make you believe that this is me, right? It has been trained like that. And the memory becomes you. A faintest of it is you, if you have identified with it. In any case, whether it was you or not. The example I gave you, you did not see yourself in the mirror, but there is a series of photographs taken by a person whom you think I can trust. Then you will develop another trust that this is me. And with those photographs, if somebody tears them, scratches them, you will feel pain, right? Despite they not being yours. Mm-hmm. So this is the game mind can play with you, and it is playing basically, correct? Now, what I was also saying that if you just replace your photograph of 90 plus years old right away, right in front of you, would you be able to operate through that identity? No, correct? Even that identity you can't connect with so easily, right? You'll have to make up your mind. You have to convince yourself 1,000 times over that this is me. There are softwares which can create, as I said, there are softwares which can create 40, 50 years ahead. They can, depending on the fine lines which you have gotten now, you don't see, and the software which detect your age upon being taken photograph, as a 70 years, 29 years, 31 years, 18 years. They say, no, the photographs also declare today. Nowadays, the photographs also tell you age. So those photographs, they are using certain intelligence to detect your age. And there are further extension of that software, which can create a face for you, which you would look like, let's say 50 years on. From here, 30 years on, how you would look like. So that photograph which is created, you will not be able to link with. You will not be able to connect with. That is what I said. Only this much I said. And so I said, if you are denouncing you are finding it difficult to connect with a future photograph or future identity of yours, you are finding difficult, or rather, accepting it but not operating through that identity of your past, you are only limited in the presence, then I say be completely in the present. Own up this body completely and denounce everything, everybody which you were in the past, because all your stories are connecting with the past bodies you had. People talk of past life. This is your past life. You don't have to get to the regressions. You know your past life. And your past life is still guiding you. The limited past which you remember is your past life or not? It is your past life, right? Does it decide how you operate in this current moment as of now based on your past life? You say yes. Why you are interested in knowing 200 years of past life when 40 years itself can guide you to correct your course? Correct or not? So this is another way to look at that. If we operate from this moment only, then let us be present in this moment only. Own this body completely. Every cell of this body, we should feel it is me. If we are so very realistic about it, and not even do this mental exercise of dissociating ourselves with the current body as a reflection in the mirror, which we see, and we are not able to even say that this is not me. Okay, this is you. But in which place you live in this? Now find out. Right or not? Do you live in every place of this body? Then you'll have to grow. Whether I am available in every place or not. So that is what I'm saying. So in any case, there are two ways: denounce your body or reclaim your body. Whatever way feels good, you can work on. Kabir is working on the method of Mritak, when you are completely denouncing your body.